partnered with a great video production vendor called LightSwitch Media, who is really well known in the industry for producing professional, high-quality videos. Our contact from LightSwitch, Bryce Anderson, is on the line today, and he'll be available to answer any questions at the end of this presentation. As I mentioned, we're really excited to bring these great new video production capabilities to our markets. Integrating video into our already robust digital portfolio will allow us to further our agency and consultative approach. And video is such a versatile marketing tool. It can be used to enhance current campaigns or build out new strategies, but should always be built into an integrated marketing plan. We feel that video will be a huge differentiator for us in our markets. By offering video production to our clients, we bring the 1-2 punch with production and distribution strategy. So why is video so essential today? There are a few key statistics below that really showcase why video marketing continues to grow. A few that are very compelling are that 1/3 of all online activity is spent online watching video, and 87% of online marketers use video content. So what this means is if your client doesn't have a video strategy, they're definitely falling behind and could be missing out on a very valuable audience base. Almost every client can benefit from a video strategy. Some good pre-call questions to ask yourself while identifying good prospects are, is the client already producing video? This will give you an idea for their appetite and familiarity with the product. Are they new to the market? Do they need to brand themselves and raise awareness in the community? Do they have competitors that are similar, and do they need to differentiate themselves? What makes this client stand out, and is the general public aware of it? If not, the video could be a really great way to spread the word. Is their business inherently visual, such as real estate, auto, furniture, and more? There's just some really great questions here to ask yourself to identify some good prospects. And once you've identified a prospect, it's important to get granular during your needs assessment to determine what type of video would benefit them best. Here are some basic questions that you can layer into your conversation to continue to further develop that video conversation. Building video into an integrated solution can be very affordable. The basic production options shown start at a retail rate of $550 to $1,600, depending on the length and complexity. All of these options include one round of revisions, and if your client wants something outside of this scope, additional options are available via quote, and we'll go through that process here in just a minute. We've also put together an easy-to-use and edit sales piece for video with some selling points and package options. This will also be available on Sales Matters after this call for you to download and use in your market. As I mentioned earlier, once you've sold a video, it's important to make sure that there's an audience strategy behind it. Here are a few great options that you can build into a marketing plan, whether it be pre-roll or in-view video, a native video concept, part of an SEO strategy or a content strategy, even a video series of how-tos and Q&As. As I mentioned during the beginning of this call, our partner, LightSwitch, produces really professional, high-quality videos for so many different industries and verticals. To view some of their examples of work, you simply click on this link below, and this will be available on Sales Matters as well. And you can use this link to show clients some of the great work that we've already created, or if you would like to get some inspiration for your next video project. This is one that was just sold in Northwest Indiana, and I think it just became live, and it is probably the cutest video I think I've ever seen, so I'm going to share this with you guys here.
When I grow up, I want to be a plastic surgeon so I can help people feel better about their lives and their bodies. I want to be an artist when I grow up. It's a ballerina named so a baby doctor, like a long baby. So with $1,000, I would buy some clothes from the Asian and maybe a phone. I want to buy something for the army, a game, a fancy clothes.
So this is just a really cute example, and I'm not sure if the lag was terrible on that, so I apologize. But feel free to reference and use this library as a great resource to get inspiration and just to see the full portfolio of video options that are available, from aerial footage to animation to automotive specific. I mean, you name it, they've done it. So it's a great resource to use. And with this partnership, we have resources available to us coast to coast. So regardless of which market you're in, our vendor has videographers in or around that location who will travel to shoot on site. If a videographer would need to travel more than a few hours to get to a particular location, additional costs may be warranted, but that would be reflected during the quoting process. And the turnaround time from production to launch can be very quick. Please allow 5 business days between scheduling the order and the shoot. The videographer will arrive 10 to 30 minutes prior to the shoot time to set up. You don't have to attend the video shoot, but you're welcome to. And you'll hear from our test markets that being in attendance on these shoots can be very helpful. The first draft of the video is then delivered back to the sales rep in 10 business days, and revisions from the client and or sales rep are made within 5 days of receiving them. As I mentioned earlier, the standard video options include only 1 round of revisions, so it's really important to get all the changes from the client in one swoop. There will be additional costs associated with additional rounds of revisions that would need to be charged back to the client if that does occur. Once the video is approved, it's ready to launch, and this video is owned by the client to use however they'd like. In addition to the distribution strategy that you put together for the video, I would highly encourage your clients to place the video on their website and also share it through their social channels for maximum reach. To get started, you will want to submit a request for a quote or submit a sold order to the link below. This link is found on the internet on the Online Matters page under the Request a Proposal tab. You'll click on the Custom Content Request form and fill out the needed criteria. Once this has been submitted, a member from the video fulfillment team will reach out to you within 24 to 48 hours with next steps. And there will usually be a review or a kickoff call with the video team, yourself, and the client to make sure everyone is on the same page prior to shooting. Invoicing for video will be sent directly to your market from the vendor, and these videos should be booked under the Amplified Digital Custom Video option. With that, I'd like to turn it over to some of our pilot markets. We've been piloting video in a few of our test markets, and they're available on the call today. So Amanda, I'd like to turn it over to you to talk about your experiences that you're seeing in Northwest Indiana and some successes.
Sure. We have had so much fun putting together these videos in Northwest Indiana. The one with the kids there, those are not professional actors, they're children of our staff here, and they did an excellent job. And I think we've had about 5 separate video shoots, and we've had a different person from Light Switch come for each one, and they have all done really excellent work. So Light Switch has really just been a wonderful partner for this program. Just as you had said, Sherry, I do recommend selling it as a package. Last year, just kind of sharing some things we've learned, we had one vendor create 5 different videos, and they're just kind of sitting on his website. So selling it from the get-go with the distribution along with it is going to go a long way for the success of the program. So I highly recommend doing that. Another thing that's really helped us move the dial, we've got about 5 more videos that we have yet to schedule and put together, is we have sold them as part of a package, a progress edition that we do every year. It's one of our biggest editions that we have yearly. It's kind of like the state of the region in Northwest Indiana, and we've included a menu of digital options that the customer could select from, and video was one of those. And that's generated a lot of interest with our advertisers, so we're starting to really produce a lot of videos. The reps are getting comfortable with the process of selling a video. You know, it can be kind of scary with a new digital product as far as, you know, how that goes, and they never want to disappoint their advertiser, but we've been able to make it a smooth process for them. And LightSwitch has been really instrumental in kind of keeping us on schedule and getting us what we need to make it as simple as possible. So yeah, so that's been a big piece. What else here? The sample site that we've worked with LightSwitch on putting together is excellent too, because sometimes the customer just needs to get an idea of what the videos look like so they can start to visualize their own video. Another tip, if the customer has no idea where to start, we've recommended to them to search on YouTube for businesses like theirs. 9 times out of 10, there's going to be another type of business that has put together a video that can give the customer some great ideas. Another tip as well, we did have one of our businesses that we did the video for, they had everything scripted to the T. It ended up looking awkward on camera. They sort of just read and were nervous. I recommend steering away from writing a full script, but kind of going in a more question-answer format if you're going to do an interview-style video. And yeah, I think that's about it. It's fun to go on the video shoot as well, so I'd recommend if your schedule allows to be there for the shoot, especially to make sure that the end product is what you were picturing with the client.
Excellent, Amanda. Thanks so much for sharing. I think it's a really interesting option to have this video element be part of a sponsorship, and I know you're seeing a lot of really great success with that. So it'd be interesting to see if we could share maybe some of those packages and sponsorship opportunities with the rest of the field to see if that could gain additional traction. But I'll reach out to you after this call to get that.
Sounds good.
And Lindsay, are you still on the line?
I am.
Excellent. I know you guys have sold a handful of videos as well during the soft launch. Would you mind sharing some of your experiences that you're seeing and some of your lessons learned?
Yes. I have to echo a lot of what Amanda says about LightSwitch being an amazing partner and that the whole process is really, really fun. We've had several reps involved in selling these, and every single one of them wants to sell more because of the process. So yeah, LightSwitch has made everything extremely easy, and you know, we have this library of videos that we can share with potential clients, but even if we've had some really niche customers interested, and they've not hesitated to work around. I will echo on a lesson learned that early on we did a similar situation where we did talk about a distribution strategy, but we didn't sell it when we did the video originally. And we are currently working with a client who just has them sort of sitting on a website and isn't actively promoting them as far as budget. So that's a huge question and a huge piece to touch on in your needs. I love all of these deep dive questions that you've shared in the deck. I think those are really going to help our sales rep on what to ask, because we do have a lot of people in our market that love television. So this is an easy sale for someone who hasn't done video, but for avid TV advertisers, it's been a learning curve for us a little bit. We've also had one of our videos is half in Spanish. So we found, you know, YouTube targets all kinds of languages, but we're able to get a little bit more granular and target Spanish-speaking clients for this client in particular. This is still in the proofing stage, so it'll be added to the site once it's a go. But that was something TV couldn't bring to the table for them, and something unique that they were never able to even think of doing. But similar to when you're selling native, I think going into it with some ideas and just a general visual is really helpful, because we definitely run into a lot of, you know, they get really excited about video, but when it comes down to what should the video be about, what is the angle with it, we've had some slowdown and it's been tougher to close in those situations. So I think walking into the call with a couple of ideas is a really good idea. I also like the idea, like Amanda said, it is really fun to be on site for the videos, but it's also a learning experience for us. Every time we go on one, we learn something different, and you know, we help out. For Norfolk's videos, we interviewed 27 employees for them. I believe we have some walk-in footage where myself and the sales rep had to cameo in another one because they didn't have enough people on site to be their customers walking in. So it can be really fun, and they may need the extra arm. So the other thing, I would agree with Amanda again on not scripting. We've had a couple attempts at it that we scrapped because same exact situation, it did seem awkward. And then the only other thing that we have added differently to our packages, it's always been custom, but we do have a la carte option through Amplified that they'll set up a YouTube channel. So if a client isn't already doing video, this is a nice, it's $100. It's a nice little add-on and a way to get them using that piece. It's an easier share for them via social media. But other than that, I mean, very similar to Amanda, so it's been a great experience so far.
Excellent. Thanks so much for sharing. Yeah, you guys echoed a lot of the same feedback and praise to LightSwitch, so we're super excited to hear that. And Bryce, are you on the line from LightSwitch?
I am, yes.
Excellent. So I'd like to just hand it over to Bryce for a minute just to introduce himself, give a little background on what he does for LightSwitch. Bryce will be our contact going forward for anything video related, so you'll become really familiar with Bryce. So Bryce, I'm going to let you take over and just share a little bit about yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. First things I want to thank Sherry and Sinead for putting this together and inviting me to join, and then also Amanda and Lindsay for saying such nice things about it. It's been great working with you guys as well. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody over there at Lee. My role here with LightSwitch is essentially to make you guys as successful with video as you possibly can. So if that means answering questions about video or helping you put together ideas for clients or finding examples for you that might not be included on that pre-made example page, that's what I enjoy doing. So please reach out to me, keep me busy. I'm happy to answer all those questions for you. I am a film producer myself, grew up making movies, went to film school, so it's great to be involved, being able to do so across the nation with a company like Lee and Amplified. And then I'm here for the rest of this presentation if you guys have questions for me.
Excellent. Thanks, Bryce. And so just to clarify, LightSwitch is our new partner with video, but it is completely white labeled. So everything will be branded as Amplified Video. The portfolio and library site is branded as Amplified. So they're just a really great new partner for us. So we're super excited to continue to work with them.